everybody, it is Emily Elrod, and we are continuing this talk about how our thoughts lead to our feelings, which lead to our actions or behaviors, which ultimately leads to our habits. And one thing that I've found in our thinking is how we let fear own us, and the thinking that we're going to fail, or the thinking that we are going to lose it all, or basically the worst case scenario. Our bodies are very good at protecting ourselves. So if we can think out the worst case scenario, we can kind of help see where things might hit us at. And so it's a protective mechanism that we use. So what are some things that you are not doing out of fear and you're not going to vulnerability? Brene Brown is absolutely amazing at talking about vulnerability. And one thing that she really harps on is that you cannot have courage without vulnerability. Think of the times that you've seen natural disasters, or I always think of 9/11 and all the amazing stories that have been told and the good that came out of it, even in the worst times, and how people were vulnerable to go back into the building, or they were vulnerable to save lives while it was all just crumbling around them. But with that vulnerability, there was courage. Or think about some of the greats in business. How much risk did they put in? How much vulnerability did they put out to be able to do the great things that they've done? Bob Chapman is one of my ultimate favorites. And he talks about how they took people in their most vulnerable state. So he went and he took businesses that were absolutely failing and built them up because they didn't have the fear. They had the courage. And they took the vulnerability and built the people with love, with passion, and building relationships. It's just amazing to hear the stories that come from that. So for you, what is a fear that is holding you back? And I know I've talked about this in the past, but I think it's so important just to really hash it out. What is a fear that's holding you back? And how are you addressing it? And how are you addressing your thoughts? What are some things that you are saying to yourself, and really self-analyze your thought patterns whenever you are in a risky situation that does not do harm or damage to you, that you can be courageous. As always, give me your thoughts, feedback. Have an awesome and blessed day.